was Barbie developed? Well, the story's a doozy. 2009, Mattel makes a deal with Universal for Barbie to do a movie, and that never happened. And then in 2014, Sony acquired the rights, and they, in 2016, decided to use Amy Schumer as the writer and as Barbie, and she co-wrote a script with her sister, but then it all just fell apart because of creative differences, clashes with the studio. Then in 2017, Anne Hathaway was set to star with Olivia Milch writing the script, but Sony's option lapsed before they could get the project going. So then that fell apart. So then it goes, after all that time and money, it goes back to Mattel. Now they have sole rights again. So what are they going to do with it? Well, in comes Business Barbie, Margot Robbie. Her production company is called Lucky Chap. She met with Mattel. She brought in Warner Brothers. They worked out a deal where she would be one of the major producers of the screenplay and movie, and also an on-screen participant. But who would she be? Who would she play in this movie? All Robbie had to do was find a screenwriter who could produce a screenplay that Warner Brothers and Mattel would both like enough to give the green light to. Sounds impossible, actually. So how did the impossible become possible? The answer is Olympic skater Tanya Harding. What? In 2017, Margot is doing award season press because she is starring in I, Tonya. Remember that movie? That was a good movie too. 2017 was a great year for movies, really. At the same time she's doing her award season press, Greta Gerwig is doing her award season press for Lady Bird. And they keep seeing each other everywhere they go. And so obviously the two cool people are going to become cool friends. In fact, speaking of cool, Margot Robbie tells a story where she felt intimidated by Greta because she thought she was so cool and she was afraid that she didn't think she was cool. It kind of sounds like the Barbie script. So in 2019, Robbie asked Gerwig if she will write and direct the Barbie movie. And she says, yes, I'll do it, but only if my creative partner Baumbach can write it with me. And she says, yeah, of course, sure. So the problem is Gerwig forgot to tell him that she signed him up to write Barbie. And he thought it was a horrible idea. He found out about it on Twitter. There's a hilarious interview on 60 Minutes where the two of them are talking about it, and they reenact what happened when he found out. And one of the things he says is he thought that a project like that was career ending for a serious filmmaker, and he didn't want any part of it. But as these things go, Gerwig kept throwing ideas at him and showing him how it could be something meaningful and not just something silly. So he decided he'd give it a go with her, and we're all glad he did. The initial draft was written in 2021 during the COVID lockdown. There's a lot of COVID feel in this screenplay, but the script was very fluid. It's had a lot of drafts, a lot of changes. In fact, this first script came in at 147 pages. But the one thing that is stuck from the beginning is that in the character tag for the main Ken doll in the screenplay, they wrote Ken Ryan Gosling. He wasn't attached in any way. Nobody knew someone who knew him that said he wanted to play Ken. It was put in there more as a joke because this was their version of what a Ken doll, a real life Ken doll would look like. But it never came out because obviously he is Knuff and he did become Ken. And then one of the worst kept secrets in Hollywood, we finally found out what Margot Robbie's on-screen participation would be. Barbie. She would play Barbie. So 2 megastars at the helm, 2 amazing screenwriters, 1 award-winning director. What could go wrong? Principal photography started in March of 2022, lasted 4 months. It was a long shoot. And they shot it in the United Kingdom. Not in LA. I bet you're shocked by that. Now, they did a lot of shooting in LA after the fact, a lot of pickups, a lot of reshoots to give it the real feel, especially in the real world, you know, the roller skating scene and all that stuff, all in LA. But almost everything else, especially Barbie Land, was shot in the United Kingdom. So the budget for this movie was $140 million, which I guess in today's dollars is probably, you know, closer to 200, which is sort of that magical number today for a higher budget movie. But even then, this was considered a high mid-budget movie and with a lot of room for profit. It did premiere in Los Angeles at the Shrine Auditorium and then worldwide in July of 2023. So 2 years ago this month. Again, it's kind of hard to believe it's been that long. And how did it do? It made $1.4 billion at the box office. Not to mention the money it's made streaming and rentals and accessories. Mattel is probably very, very pleased with their investment. It became a cultural phenomenon linked with Oppenheimer as the summer double dip, the double date. One for the guys, one for the girls. And social media exploded promoting this film for free. One example is my son Curry and his friend Cooper. They have a social media platform called That's a Bad Idea. It's on all the channels. They put out a video and on the platforms had over 80 million views just for this one video.
Oh, hey, bro.
I thought you were working tonight.
I thought you were sick.
I was, but I am feeling better now.
What are you going to see?
Me?
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Are you seeing Barbie?
What?
You seeing Barbie with Margot Robbie?
No, I'm not seeing Barbie with Robbie. I'm not seeing that.
Sure?
Positive.
Why are you wearing a pink shirt?
What shirt?
Your shirt.
Oh, shit. This shirt's pink?
Yeah.
Thought it was blue.
It's clearly pink.
I'm colorblind. I have issues with color.
No, you're not.
Maybe you are.
I'm not.
Maybe you are. You are colorblind.
I've never seen you wear
I wear
that
the shirt all the time. Thought it was blue. Have trouble with color.
You're seeing the 713 sold out barber show, aren't you?
How do you know there's a 713 sold out Barbie show?
I don't. It was an honest guess.
Pretty specific guess.
Not that specific.
Are you seeing Barbie?
What? No.
Then why are you wearing pink shorts?
Weird. Had no idea.
Then what are you seeing?
Oppenheimer.
I thought we were seeing that together.
We are. We are. Which is why I lied.
You're seeing Barbie, aren't you?
I might be.
I might be as well.
Might be the best movie ever made.
Very well could be.
I thought you'd make fun of me for seeing Barbie because it's like for girls.
I thought the same thing, but it's not.
It's not.
It's for men, too.
Barbie is for men.
It's got Gosling. We should probably get in there.
Quickly.
And a good time was had by all. And we begin to break down this screenplay with the official logline, and the official logline is, after being expelled from Barbie Land for being a less than perfect doll, Barbie sets off for the human world to find true happiness. Here's my go at it. One Barbie's existential crisis sends her crashing into the real world to find out what it really means to be human. Oh yeah, Ken was there too. Screenplay statistics. 114 pages. As I said before, originally 147. 110 scenes. Runtime, 1 hour and 54 minutes. That is exactly 1 minute per page and one scene per page. And now for formatting, mechanics, and style.